Lawin Media Network.
Bringing to you the most relevant content across all platforms.
Business, legal, politics, health, lifestyle, and entertainment.
Your source for all the news and updates in the greater Houston community from Texas and all over the world.
Get informed and empowered with Lawin Media Network.
Hello there. I know everybody's either sleepy from eating too much turkey or just busy preparing for turkey dinner tonight. But here we are at Commissary Kitchen at your service just to spend some Thanksgiving Day time with you. And we're not going to take long. This is just a special of Commissary Kitchen thanks to Lawin. And we have a special guest. You have to forgive me. I've been shouting the whole day, trying to catch the turkey. Anyway, we have a special guest today, and it's she's prepared. We invited her because she has a different way of doing turkey, and I know some of you have done that. This is the spatchcock turkey, where you butterfly the turkey, but it sounds so easy to talk about it. But doing it, well, you need to hear it from our guest, Miss Bianca Varela. And sometimes her mother would be helping us, her mother Queen, Miza Varela. Okay, hi Bianca. Yes.
Hi.
Yeah, thank you for being here. How was your Thanksgiving party? Is it done or is it going to happen?
It just finished right now. We've been eating since 3 o'clock, and I've been cooking since 6 a.m. So
Really?
it's been a long day.
How many people were there?
Well, from the amount of food that we cooked, it felt like 60, but it was really only about 15. Yeah.
Really? But that's not bad. That's still a lot. Yeah. Did your turkey get down to the bones or?
Yeah, I mean, completely down to the bones. I can show you actually. Right here. It's completely gone.
That's still good for sandwiches or whatever. But
Yeah.
before we
I think
even
I might make soup.
yeah, right. No, before we even go to what you did with the turkey, um, tell me. Let's start from the back, from the post Thanksgiving. What will you do with whatever's left of the turkey? Because I know many people who are done with their turkey dinner will have a lot of turkey, especially turkey breast.
Mm.
And sometimes there's a lot of turkey breast because it's always baked or roasted wrong and it's dry. I know yours is not. What would you do with all the turkey leftovers?
I find it's great to warm it up in the gravy and then make sandwiches out of it. That's my favorite thing to do because the gravy helps it stay moist in the sandwich. And then you can crisp
Okay.
up the leftover skin, and it's a great little sandwich.
Well, anyway, you started with the gravy. What was your gravy like? We're going it from the end to the front.
Hmm. So, since when you spatchcock, you're butterflying the turkey, you take out the backbone. I use that to make a stock. I use the giblets from inside the turkey and the backbone to make a stock. I add onion, carrots, celery, thyme, some sage, and I simmer that broth for around 3 hours. just to
Wow.
make I extract as much as I can. So that's, if you look at the picture here, that's how I took out the
Now,
backbone of the turkey.
yeah, you that's the backbone, but you'll show that to us maybe again later
Hmm.
because uh we have to know how you got to that taking out that backbone, right?
Sure.
Now, before that, so we have the gravy which you bake, which you cook for 3 hours to render that juiciness, that flavor.
Hmm.
What else? What else came with the turkey dinner? I'm just curious what these 15 people who ate like 60 people, what do they eat? I know you
Well,
always have feasts there because the Queen Mother there, Queen Mother Varela, will prepare no less than 10 dishes.
yeah. Yeah, we made a ribeye, we had ham,
Oh,
we had mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, um, we had lugao, pasta salad, um, oh yeah, goto. We had a lot of food. We had like asparagus, Brussels sprouts, um, obviously rice. We had everything. Yeah.
really? My
Hmm.
gosh, how did you? So you started preparing. I know you started preparing yesterday, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, we started cooking yesterday around 11 a.m. Um, so it's
All
been a
right.
long.
Before anything, more about you, Bianca. Where did you learn to cook, bake, roast, everything? And how
Well,
old were you when you started?
yeah. So I started cooking with my mom, because I like to. I was interested in the kitchen. I think I started cooking when I was very young, like I don't know, around 10. And then I like the science behind it, so I started reading up on it myself and trying and finding out why we do things in the kitchen. Um,
Wait, that's
mhm.
important. The why. Some
Yeah,
people will just go to the recipe and follow, and then that's it. But
yeah.
when you ask the why and you understand it, you can create more recipes. I love you
Mhm.
for that. Thank you.
Yeah, especially you learn different concepts you can apply to different things.
Right.
So that's what really interests me about cooking. Um,
Okay. What was the first dish that you ever succeeded in cooking, baking, whatever?
Probably scrambled eggs. I think I watched. I was obsessed with Gordon Ramsay when I was younger, so I watched how he made scrambled eggs, and that was
Okay.
something. Yeah.
You know what? A lot of chefs that I've interviewed before
Hmm.
started with scrambled eggs.
Yeah, because
So
it's
I
so
think,
simple, but it's also
yeah,
like one of the hardest things to master. Yeah.
yeah. And some have not even mastered that.
Yeah.
I only recently mastered my scrambled eggs when I added cream or I
Hmm.
added some cornstarch, which I
Oh.
learned in the same way when you want to do your lumpia wrapper for
Mhm.
the fresh lumpia. It's not just the cornstarch factor is important. You add that to the flour, cornstarch, and water. Anyway,
Mhm.
we're digressing. So okay, so you started learning the whys of cooking at age 10, and then
Mhm.
you started with scrambled eggs. What do you think is the most challenging dish that you've ever made? Is it the turkey?
No. I would probably say a bolognese sauce. It takes
The
like
what?
a bolognese, like a
Oh,
ragu.
bolognese. Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Mhm. It takes a very long time, and sometimes you could spend a whole day making it, and you don't get it right. It's very
Uh-huh.
precise. Yeah.
Well, I learned some tricks from your Lola, from
Mm.
your grandmother, and I think she shared it with my own mom, and I also learned how to do it the easy way. You just
Okay.
have to cook the ground beef thoroughly till it's really
Mhm.
almost dry, and then when you put back the sauces, it expands again to absorb all the juices. Anyway, we
Mm.
can talk about that another time. You can be our guest again. Okay, so let's start with the tortured turkey. Why did you think of doing turkey this way and not the usual way with the breast up and the beautiful looking drumsticks and all the sidings like that?
Well, I read about spatchcocking on from Kenji's book, and I found that it made the most sense because first, it shortens the cooking time. Like this turkey only took about 80 minutes, and the breast and the leg, they're both ready at different temperatures. So breast is ready at a temperature of 150, and the legs are ready at 165. So that's a big problem when you cook a turkey regularly.
Yeah,
That's why the breast is dry often. But when you spatchcock it, you're cooking them flat, so there's a
yeah,
more even cook, and you can if you raise the legs up, the legs will get more direct heat, and they'll cook a little faster, and you can get a better temperature that way. And
exactly.
I found that makes it easier. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. So both
Mhm.
of the poultry cooks at 165 at the same time, and it doesn't get dry. So folks, those who are
Mhm.
watching or who are going to YouTube to watch Bianca and her style, as spatchcock, could you spell that for the audience, please?
A spatchcock is SPATCHCOCKING.
Okay. Yeah, I was pretending I knew how to pronounce it or spell it, but thank you. All right, let's go to one of the photos. I think you sent us a video of you cutting the spine.
Mhm.
Do you think we could have that shown?
If you had like a spare turkey one time, you could do like I could see like adobo turkey.
Yeah, but wait, no, you were just using ordinary scissors.
Kitchen shears, so they're a little stronger than the regular scissors, but yeah, my mom's scissors are not the best. Usually, the ones in my kitchen are a little they're made to cut through cartilage and bone. Um, but you can buy these kitchen shears. They sell them at Safeway, Target. It's about $16, and they're very useful.
Yeah, so you cut the spines on both sides.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right.
So
Do we
I
have a
start.
picture of the?
Hmm?
I'm not sure if we have a picture, but so
Mhm.
the opening there in that photo is
Yes.
because that space there was where the spine was.
Yes. Hmm.
Okay, what are you doing there now? It's so bloody.
um, that was me taking out making sure everything from the inside was taken out. And I took and it is bloody, but it is a process taking out the spine. But it is 100% worth it. Yeah.
Do
And
you cut through? Did you cut through the wishbone?
no. Mm-mm.
Uh-huh. All right. So I saw another spatchcock version where he did that exactly
Mhm.
what you did,
Mhm.
but he went one step further and took out that that it's the soft bone like
Mhm.
yeah, with the cartilage.
So what I do is like after you cut it, you flip it, and then
Yeah,
press down on the breastbone, and it will break. So
yeah.
that's what I do after. Hmm.
Okay, all right.
Hmm.
So after this, so what happened after you did this? What was the next step?
So I I did a
You
dry
already
brine.
flipped it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I flipped it. I broke the breastbone, and then I did a dry brine, which is where you mix baking powder. So oh sorry,
Soda.
baking powder. It's baking powder and salt. Um, and you mix it is a ratio of about 2 to 1. Salt was 2 to 1. And the baking powder is to help the skin stay crispy. The salt is
Mhm.
to help the turkey stay juicy. I prefer the dry brine over wet, because I
Okay.
find that the wet changes the texture of the meat a bit. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I dry brined it for 3 days. After the first day, I always put a paper towel over it to help the juices not evaporate as much.
Oh,
And then today I made a compound butter and I put that underneath the skin. So
I
when it
can
cooks,
see that. It's like it has a lot of swollen
yeah.
swollen things under the skin. But wait, what's your ratio of your salt to baking powder?
So I use for every 1 tablespoon of salt, it was 2 teaspoons of baking powder.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah,
So,
but that was the mixture. I didn't end up using all the salt. It's just enough to cover the turkey, like and pat it down. Mhm.
so no pepper, no pepper, no salt. I see some specks there. That's pepper,
I
right?
So when the dry brine, it's just the salt and the baking powder. But at the day of, when you're about to when you're about to roast the turkey, I put the butter compound on the inside and I put pepper on the outside.
Okay, so when you're brining, is
Hmm.
there more juice and liquid that comes out that you have to
Hmm.
drain out? All
Yeah.
right.
So you should make sure when you dry brine, I put it on a wire rack and I have a metal tray on the out on the bottom to catch the juices. Yeah.
All right. Does that mean that you have to do you rinse the turkey again after you dry brine it?
So I take a paper towel and I wipe down the excess salt to make sure it's not too salty
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So you don't rinse it or
I
wash
don't.
it well.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Because sometimes, all right, sometimes people who brine it,
Hmm.
they wash it all again.
Yeah.
Even if they're I'll share from my brine. My brine is 16-1-1.
Mhm.
16 parts water, one
Yeah.
part rock salt, one part sugar, and
Mhm.
then I thaw it there in the cooler, and
Mhm.
then I take it out. Okay, and it's not salty, it's not sweet, it's just brine.
Mhm.
So all the steroids come out of there into the brine water I do. Okay, I don't rinse it anymore.
Mhm.
In the same way, people who buy the brine solution, they
Yeah.
should not rinse. Some
Mhm.
people think they have to. I think you should rinse or wash the turkey again if you put too much salt.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
definitely, yeah. So
Mhm.
we have to have a safe ratio for having brining, but definitely brining is important. Okay,
Mhm.
with that, so you had a butter compound
Mhm.
all over. I think you used about 1 pound of butter there.
I used about so I used 2 sticks. And with it, I did about I did an even ratio of sage, thyme, rosemary,
Mm,
and garlic in my compound butter. And then I literally made sure I got underneath the skin and I rubbed it all over underneath the skin of the turkey. Um,
yeah,
yeah,
all right.
and
Okay, so now it goes into the oven.
mhm.
That way, I'm seeing it on the right photo. And what's underneath that?
I have some carrots, onions, celery, and thyme, so that way the extra drippings will go into my gravy. Mhm.
Uh-huh. And that becomes your gravy, right?
Yep. So add
And-
it to my yeah. So I started building my gravy the day before, and I add this is like how I finish my gravy with the drippings. Yeah.
Okay. Traditionally, when we read the tag and the recipes supplied in turkeys, it says to first brown the turkey for about 15-20 minutes on a high temperature, and then to lower it and lower it again. Is that how you do it? What's the
No.
temp that you use?
450. And I just started at 450, and this turkey took about 80 minutes to make. About halfway through, I just turned it around to make sure I had an even browning, but that was the only thing I did with it.
It doesn't burn at 450.
Mm-mm.
Okay, and it's cooked right through down to the bones.
Yep. And it was completely juicy all the way through, and my temperatures. I took it out. I took it out when my temperature hit 165 for my legs and 150 for my breasts. Yep.
So you have another temperature for the breast. Well, that's true. That's good.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess carving the turkey makes it really easier that way, right?
Yeah, because everything can separate pretty easily. Like the legs separate really easily. Hmm.
I know that we had somebody was listening in on your cooking and our discussion, and I'm not sure if she's ever cooked, but let's call her Miss May. Said she was interested in knowing how a young lady like you would be able to make Miss May to make turkey like that. Hi. Yeah, what did you want to learn from Miss Bianca?
Well, honestly, I don't have any idea on how or what does a turkey taste even. So we here in the Philippines, we just normally eat chicken, and
Hmm.
we don't even celebrate Thanksgiving at all. So it's kind of interesting, especially when you mentioned earlier that you during post Thanksgiving you use gravy.
Hmm.
Is it the same like in lechon? It's lechon paksiw. Like
Actually,
Uh, it's
turkey
not
is
sweet.
lechon turkey. Yeah, well, you lechonized it. Yeah.
so, I'm really curious about that. Like, yeah, is it the same, Nancy?
Uh, Bianca, answer.
I mean, it's not sweet. Not like gravy is very savory. Like you think of like chicken broth, but like tripled, I guess, and like and thick. Um, it's I'm trying to think of a Filipino equivalent, but uh,
Filipino gravy is usually sweet, like what May said, like
yeah,
lechon sauce.
yeah,
So that's the cultural difference, right? So savory
yeah,
and
very savory.
savory umami and a little sweet umami as well.
Hmm.
So I think for May, the closest that you would get to a turkey would be like lechon
Hmm.
and also a giant chicken, like a big chicken, and then lechong manok, lechong manok,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, because Bianca, in the Philippines during Christmas,
Hmm.
they sell those big chickens. They call them um, Cull, Cull chicken, May. That you won't see. I don't know if these are the old hag chickens who have laid eggs their whole life, and
Hmm.
then they're retired to be sold into lechong manok that's big. This is not the usual commercial line killed chickens, but these are the ones that are raised in farms, egg farms. And then when they're old, like me, they're sold. Okay, they cannot anymore have eggs. So these are the ones that chickens that are also very good. The skin is very crispy.
Hmm.
And at that time, during the time of my grandmother, she would just brush it with us. At that time, it was Star Margarine. May.
Oh,
Yeah, do you know Star Margarine?
um,
Bianca? Okay.
I have no idea.
Yeah. So, so May knows that. So that was Star Margarine. Then just to brush that with a little salt or patis, and that would make the skin crispy. So that's the version that May and I would know in the Philippines. Yeah. So May, I think maybe there will always be the first time for you to do turkey. Maybe when we see you in Manila, we can do a giant turkey or no, a giant chicken.
Why
Yeah.
not? Why not?
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions you have for Bianca before we
No,
say
none so far.
all right? So thank you very much, May, for joining us, and also Bianca. Before we close, because you have been very helpful. not for this Thanksgiving anymore, but for next year, they should make a decision whether to use the breast up turkey or the spatchcock
Yes.
turkey. I think I'll do that. I'll do that too. Yeah,
Okay.
I've done it with chicken, and I have to learn to do it. I've done it with Cornish hen also. But one thing I've even done the turducken hen.
Yeah. Okay.
It's corny. I mean, it's overrated. I like. Why will you stuff a turkey with the chicken and stuff it with a duck? It
Yeah.
it it really didn't make much sense to me.
Mhm.
Right? I'd rather have a simple turkey breast if that was what I wanted,
Mhm.
or do it the traditional way. But let me just add, what was the stuff? Did you have any stuffing for your turkey
No, I mean we made a cornbread stuffing, but on the side.
on the
Hmm.
side? Yeah. Well, normally what I would do is I make relleno,
Hmm.
pork relleno, the stuffing you would put in the chicken, and
Yeah.
that's what I put. Not so much inside the turkey, but I put them in muffin pans so that
Okay.
everyone has a portion.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't like scraping the stuffing from inside the turkey. No,
Yeah. No, I don't
it's
like that.
inside. It's always dangerous because sometimes that's where the bacteria starts. If the stuffing is it's overstuffed, or if it's not cooked so well,
Yeah.
and that can be a tragedy for your turkey. But
Hmm.
anyway, I want to thank you here.
Oh, I
Is it
love
the,
it. Thank you.
is it the other way around?
I can kind of read it. Thank you.
God is good.
That is good.
Yeah. So anyway, where's the mother Varela, the mother
Oh,
queen?
she's right here. She's waiting for
I'm,
her
I'm sure
moment.
she's not. There she is. Yeah, yeah. So mother queen, you were the one who taught your daughter how to do the turkey, and no, I think you were just the
No.
one who instilled in her to inspired her to or encouraged her to be in the kitchen and get lost and find her way, right?
Yeah, it was torture for them.
Why?
No, it was
No.
like Lola, right? It was obligatory to be in the kitchen. Remember when we were
Okay.
all growing up? Yeah.
But now it all
But
pays
now
well,
I
right?
learned a lot from her and from my. Can I call Angeli?
Yeah.
Roll
Hi,
call.
Jelly. Is she watching? Anyway, you will watch this in the universe of YouTube. Hi, there you are.
Hi.
Yeah.
See?
Next time we can
Yeah.
ask Jelly also. So all you three ladies, let's start with Jelly. Jelly, what do you have? What are you thankful for this year?
Hi, family.
Oh, I
Uh,
know.
I
Yeah.
don't think that's gonna increase your allowance. Give another reason. I know that's always the reason why
Mm.
people say that, but we know that for sure. Another reason.
um, just the upbringing that I had, and I'm lucky to be where we are, and I'm grateful for everything.
Okay, you make the mom cry. Okay, thank you. What about you, Bianca?
I'm just grateful for the people around me and living day by day, enjoying life to the fullest every day.
That's true. And the mother queen, Varela.
See, surrounded by people who loves me, right? Because at this stage in my life, um, life is short, right?
Stop crying. Stop
I
crying.
know, just grateful to be alive, and a lot to be, like Victor hitting 80. My kids all grown up, they're
Where is he?
all
Where's Victor? The
She's in
the
bed.
fool.
in bed with Hannah.
She's sleeping with the dog. Yep.
Yeah, and they're tryptophan overdose, from the
All right.
turkey.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to hear a thank you before we end, And first, thank you, May, for being here with us, joining us for Thanksgiving here. I'm in Houston, they're in Maryland, and May is in the Philippines. So this becomes a very universal Thanksgiving. So let's hear. Would any of you would like to give a Thanksgiving message before
Can
we
we
end?
include one more person?
Sure.
Hannah.
Winston? Ah, who's in there? Hannah,
She's
No,
yeah, she's to
Hannah.
bed.
the
Yeah.
youngest daughter.
Yeah.
Where is she? Okay,
She
show
just went,
her.
she just went to sleep, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she escaped.
I'm sure she's thankful. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, let's hear it.
Your Thanksgiving message.
Okay, go.
You're
Uh,
addressing hey, you're addressing YouTube, okay? Not
Oh,
okay,
just
yes. Happy Thanksgiving, and may you have a blessed Thanksgiving with your loved ones all.
yeah. Hug your loved ones tighter. So be thankful for every day, right?
And cook good food.
Yes.
Enjoy.
all right.
And just do
So,
eat, right?
so to Jelly, to Bianca, and to Maisa, and to May, I want to thank you also again for everything. Yes, that's me. Thank you also for spending some time here on this cold day here in Houston, and people are, I think, they're already sleeping from having eaten too much this Thanksgiving Day.
I still wear
That
the
is,
crown.
wait. We have another greeter, Miss Eileen Lee, attorney Eileen Ligotizon, and she's saying, Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. And same to you, Miss Eileen. All right, so that's it for Thanksgiving Day here at Commissary Kitchen at your service. And we're so happy to have had our guests. And this is a special before we start on season 2 here at Commissary Kitchen next week. See us. This is
Bye,
Nancy
man. Thank
Reyes-Lumen.
you.
Yes.
Happy
Thank
Thanksgiving.
you. And God